Good afternoon, Worldwide Core Radio. How are you this afternoon? This is NeAnne coming to you from Oklahoma. I pray you are having a wonderful day. So if you want to find us, you can find us at www.worldwidecoreradio.com. My hashtag is Healthy Living with NeAnne. And we are hashtag worldwide core radio. So welcome. This is Healthy Journey with NeAnne. And I am here to share tidbits about working on a healthier lifestyle, maybe increasing the health and wellness in your home through the choices that you make on a daily, hourly, minutely basis. Is minutely a word? I don't know, but we'll use it. But every time you make a choice to use a product or eat a food, you are impacting your health. And so I pray that the information that I share with you be helpful and help you on your journey to health, a more healthier lifestyle. So definitely let me know if you have any questions. You can submit questions to me at healthyjourney2016@gmail.com. That's healthyjourney2016@gmail.com. You're more than welcome to submit questions. Just so you know, I am not a doctor. So I cannot diagnose, treat, or prescribe. So please don't ask me any questions that have anything to do with disease or disease state. Because what I'm sharing is just about how to make some better choices in your home, in your diet that might help improve your health and wellness and support your health and wellness that you already have going on. So, real quick, just to do some housekeeping, healthyjourney2016@gmail.com is my email. But if you wanted to contact me, you can also comment on this. You're more than welcome to comment on my Facebook post and of the show, and then let me know what's going on. So I have been coming to you for a couple months now and sharing with you what our family has been doing. Now, I started this journey about 11 years ago, so lots and lots of time and information has passed, but I'm still learning. Super duper positive and purposefully learning about the changes that are going on, because the information that we have changes frequently. Occasionally there'll be something that, oh well, this wasn't harmful. Oh well, we just did a study on this, and oh yeah, it is harmful. So maybe you want to not use this anymore and switch to this. So very purposeful about keeping an eye out for articles or new books or even new documentaries that you might want to watch. One of the first documentaries I watched was Super Size Me. That was about a gentleman. I can't even remember his name. I'll have to Google it. I'll Google it while I'm talking. Gentleman decided that he was going to eat McDonald's every meal for, I believe it was 30 days. Let me see. I've got it right here. Morgan Spurlock was his name. Morgan Spurlock. If you're on Amazon Prime, you can get it for free. But the description was, Super Size Me is one man's journey into the world of weight gain, health problems, and fast food. It's an examination of the American way of life and how we are eating ourselves to death. Filmmaker Morgan Spurlock unravels the American obesity epidemic by interviewing experts nationwide and by subjecting himself to a McDonald's only diet. Can you even imagine? For 30 days straight. His Sundance Award-winning feature is as entertaining as it is horrifying as it dives into corporate responsibility, nutritional education, school lunch programs, and how we as a nation are eating ourselves to death. And that came out in 2004. So that was one of the documentaries that I watched, 14 years ago. It doesn't seem like it's been 14 years, but it was super interesting. It still, makes sense today. He had planned on doing this eating diet, this meal plan for 30 days, but he didn't even make it that long because he had a doctor that was watching his blood levels, and they actually made him stop sooner than 30 days for his own health, to keep him, healthy. So he didn't get it. But if you haven't seen Super Size Me, like I said, it's 14 years old, but it still has great information in there. Still lots of people that, that might eat McDonald's 3 times a day, every day, just because it's quick, easy, and it's cheap, right? But that might not be what's best for us. So, look out for those documentaries. And watch them, and then do your own research and decide what you want to do for your family. I know for my family, we've made lots and lots of changes just from the documentaries that I've watched. Lots of super interesting ones out there. But today we're gonna delve back into the 100-Year Lie and talk some more about medication that he talks about. Before we do that, though, I have seen several articles that friends have been posting on social media, and I've been watching and reading along, and I'm just like, seriously, people? Because I had suggested to y'all that there are apps out there that are super easy to use, free to download, where you can scan the products while you're standing in the grocery store and decide, do I want to use this product on myself? Or, yuck, this is a really dirty product. I don't even want to put this on, my dog. I wouldn't use it on myself. I wouldn't use it on my dog. So there's an app called Think Dirty that I have suggested because I, was using it. I was loving it. I could tell which products I wanted to bring into my home, which products I did not want to bring into my home. Well, I noticed, and I had mentioned this to some friends of mine when we were doing an essential oils class where I was teaching people how to use essential oils for their health and wellness and supporting body systems. I had noticed that several of the products that I had scanned and I knew were completely dirty. Like I had scanned Johnson & Johnson's tear-free baby wash. It's scanned as a 10 on how dirty it was because some of the ingredients were considered carcinogenic. So it had scanned as a 10. Well, I noticed like a month, maybe 6 weeks later, I opened up the Think Dirty app and it had rated Johnson & Johnson's tear-free baby wash as a 7. So they had downgraded it. I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. Maybe they reformulated. Maybe they changed some information on there. So then all of my other friends that use the same app to protect their families from products that they don't want to use started posting last week that apparently what happened was Procter & Gamble bought the app, and then after that happened, the numbers on how dirty products were started changing. So isn't that interesting? So I'm not going to suggest the Think Dirty app anymore. I actually went in and deleted it from my phone so that I don't know how people with free apps actually make money. I don't know if it's every download or I don't know if a deleted app affects their bottom line or not, but I deleted it. I'm like, nope, not going to happen. If you're not going to give me truthful information with what I'm trying to do for my family, then you don't need to be on my phone. So like I said, I don't know if that affects their bottom line or not. I do not want to support Procter and Gamble changing the product grades on the products that I'm trying to stay away from for the health of my family. So I just went ahead and deleted it. So I will not be suggesting the Think Dirty app any longer. I will be using, and again, all of these, have ups and downs, but I will be using the environmental working groups, healthy living. Healthy living app. So you can just go in and search for healthy living. It's the environmental working groups app, and they also grade products on the ingredients that are in them. I'm hoping that one is going to remain trustworthy, but I will keep an eye out. Always diligent about keeping an eye out on new information. But I did already definitely delete the Think Dirty app off of my phone because I don't want them to think that I am supporting that app anymore now that they have changed the grades, downgraded how dirty things were when Procter and Gamble purchased that. So I'll probably be doing some more research in that just to figure out what else is going on. But as far as I can tell, that's what's going on right now, according to the news articles that friends were sharing and the information that friends were sharing that are walking the same path as I am, trying to do what's best for their family. But we need help because we don't always have the information. I mean, I could stand there and Google all of the ingredients and something while I'm in the grocery aisle, and it might take me 30 or 40 minutes to pick out one item while I'm sitting there Googling all of the ingredients that I can't even pronounce. And they sound like a chemical, so they are a chemical. They're a synthetic made in a laboratory. So I will have to rely on the Environmental Working Group app. Hopefully, I liked to use both so I could compare them, see what Think Dirty said, see what Environmental Working Group said, the Healthy Living app. I like to compare them, but now I can't compare them because I can't trust the Think Dirty app. So hopefully somebody else will come out with a trustworthy app so that I can compare it with the Environmental Working Groups. And then the Environmental Working Group also has a food scores app. I believe it's called Food Scores. I'm having some trouble with my apps. My whole phone had to have it reset, and so now I'm re-downloading all of these apps on my phone. But it's called, Food Scores. It's called Food Scores, and it's also from the Environmental Working Group. But that one you can scan food products and see what you think. And so that one I use also. I need to start using that one more. I haven't used it as much as I should. And I need to go through I can even go through my pantry and just, score things on that. Hopefully some of the stuff that I actually purchase is on there. But Healthy Living Environmental Working Group, that's where you can scan products, personal care products and cleaning products and that kind of stuff in your home, see how dirty they are. Then you can choose which ones to get rid of, which ones might be clean enough for you to use around your family. And then Food Scores is for your food products, which is pretty awesome. So I need to try to remember to use that one more. So that is my PSA for the day, my public service announcement. Not sure we can trust the Think Dirty app anymore, so you might just want to remove it from your phone. Because, when the fox gets in the hen house, you got to do something about it. And Procter and Gamble purchasing it and then scoring their own products, that's not as helpful as somebody who doesn't have a monetary interest in the company scoring the products. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's hopefully with the environmental working group we can trust that. So anyway, so that's on that. That's some of the housekeeping we needed to do today. Now we're going to continue working through the book, The 100-Year Lie, because this information is so necessary. We should all have this information in front of us, but we don't. It's not well publicized unless you're looking for it or paying attention or willing to open your ears and your eyes and your heart to this information. Sometimes you're just going to overlook it. So I'm just sharing this information with you. It might be the first time you've heard it. It might be the 100th time you've heard it, but it's good information. And so I actually read an article last week on here that would have gone with this. So I need to pull that up, and I'll give you the title of it after we read this part. So we are reading through Mr. Randall Fitzgerald's book, The 100-Year Lie. And I will read you, in case you haven't been here before, the introduction. The first paragraph of the introduction is, over the past 100 years, our species has been engaged in a vast and complicated chemistry experiment. Each and every one of us, along with our children, our parents, and our grandparents, has been a guinea pig in this experiment, which uses our bodies, our health, our wealth, and our goodwill to test the proposition that modern science can improve upon the foods and medicines of nature. So this is the science experiment that we were thrown into a little over 100 years ago now. He calls it the 100-Year Lie, but it is, it's been about 10 more years since he's written this book. So, but we have been hearing this lie for at least, for over 100 years now. And we're going to look and see. So he goes over myths that we like to believe. There it is. Myths that we like to believe, and what we have talked about so far on the chapter called The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, where did I pass the myths? So the myths we cherish because it makes life easier. It makes us navigate life a whole lot easier because we can believe what we've been told and we don't have to do the research ourselves, right? So the myths we've cherished that we've already spoken about are the government ensures that drugs are safe. So that is the first myth that we like to cherish. One of the other myths is one dose fits all. Fluoridated water is healthy for us. That's another myth we cherish. I encourage you to do lots and lots of research into fluoride in your water, fluoride in your toothpaste, fluoride in your mouthwash, whatever they've added fluoride to. I suggest that you do your research. Another myth we cherish, we get all the vitamins we need. Now, we should hopefully get the vitamins from our food, but we do need to supplement. So it's very, very, very important to know what's in the supplements that you're taking. And then another myth we cherish is that drugs have extended our lifespans. No, that's another myth. And so a disturbing trend that he goes in to speak to after these myths. Disturbing trend number 2, the marketing of disease. The marketing of disease. And then I'm going to talk to you about some statistics we'll look at from his book and look and see what disease looked like 100 years ago. So the marketing of disease. We're going to jump right in with Mr. Fitzgerald. It was a surgeon, Susan Love, who first exposed a drug industry secret when she was widely quoted as saying, quote, "Marketing a disease is the best way to market a drug," unquote. Osteoporosis, a thinning of the bones, became one of the first diseases thrust upon the U.S. public as part of a marketing scheme. As described by John Abramson, the drug manufacturer, Wyeth Ayerst hired a public relations firm to stimulate public concern in 1985 about osteoporosis so the company could offer its estrogen therapy drug, Premarin, as an antidote. Sales of Premarin had been lagging before this campaign began, but the public relations effect of stirring up fears increased sales of the drug by 40% the first year. Since then, drug advertising has been designed to evoke emotional responses in viewers and readers. We are seeing this trend in the marketing of drugs for type 2 diabetes, for attention deficit disorder, and for erectile dysfunction. Even more recent is the, quote, female sexual dysfunction, unquote, campaign promoting the hormone testosterone and Viagra for women, which prompted a rebuke of Pfizer and other drug companies by the British Medical Journal for a corporate-sponsored creation of a disease. Given that only a small percentage of new pharmaceutical drug brands introduced in the marketplace each year actually contain new ingredients, it should not surprise us that the drug industry keeps the pressure on itself to create disease industries to revitalize its older or lower selling drugs. But once we begin to appreciate the impact this marketing strategy is having on our pocketbooks and on our health, we learn how truly pernicious a grip Big Pharma has on us. That theme came across impressively in the book Generation RX: How Prescription Drugs Are Altering American Lives, Minds, and Bodies by Greg Krister, and it's a Critser, so Greg Kritzer with a C, whose previous book was Fatland. Big Pharma has been targeting specific age groups called pharmaceutical tribes to advance their disease racket marketing plans. Some examples are, quote, the tribe of high-performance youth, unquote, who ingest prescription drug concoctions nicknamed California cocktails, consisting of Ritalin, Neurontin, and Wellbutrin, treatments respectively for attention deficit, epilepsy, and depression. Or the, quote, tribe of high-performance aging, unquote. These middle-aged pill poppers try to extend their lifespans. A result is that half of all Americans take at least one prescription drug every day. Many of them consume 3 or 4 every day. No wonder we are experiencing an epidemic of liver disease. We are overwhelming our livers, kidneys, and stomachs with prescription drug combinations that produce synergies no one has ever calculated or studied. In his book, Krister quotes an expert on child psychopharmacology, Glenn Elliott, who despairs at what Big Pharma is doing to an entire generation of youth. The problem is that our usage has outstripped our knowledge base. Let's face it, we're experimenting on these kids without tracking the results, unquote. So that's what he said. Now, the article that I was looking for that we discussed last week is called, it's from the National Vaccine Information Center, actually healthimpactnews.com. So healthimpactnews.com, and the article is Investment Report Reveals Medical Cures Not Profitable for Big Pharma. Sick people needed to sustain drug sales. So that was the article we read last week, that investment report reveals medical cures not profitable for Big Pharma. Sick people needed to sustain drug sales. So that sounds a whole lot like what we just read in this book. And then I'll go ahead and read the next disturbing trend because it's kind of short. And then I'll give you some good news. So stick around for the good news because I do have some. Disturbing trend number 3. We no longer know what to expect. Bizarre case. A medicine called ivermectin, given to cows, sheep, and horses as protection from parasites, has turned their dung into toxic and virtually indestructible health hazard in the French Alps. Insects die once in contact with the toxic dung, and birds and bats eat the insects and then sicken and die. Quote, we have seen cow pats or cow dung survive 4 years or more, unquote, marveled Jean-Pierre Lemeray of the University of Montpellier. If the dung does not decompose, it becomes like stone, which stops the grass from growing. More bizarre case. A drug called Mirapex, approved by the FDA in 1997 to relieve tremors and stiffness in Parkinson's patients, has been found to cause compulsive behaviors as a side effect. Archives of Neurology reported in July 2005 that some Mirapex users became compulsive gamblers and lost large sums of money in casinos and playing the lottery. Other users developed compulsive sex addictions that destroyed their marriages, or they became compulsive shoppers and went heavily into debt. That's crazy. Even more bizarre, new regulatory rules on human testing to determine health risks from pesticides and other drug exposures were adopted in September 2005 by the EPA to allow experimentation on quote-unquote abused and neglected children without the permission of parents or guardians. Absolutely anyone can be subjected to ethically deficient research. So the regulatory language reads, if the EPA determines it to be, quote, crucial to protect public health, unquote. There was surprisingly little public attention or outcry when these rules were announced. As a result of a century of innovations in synthetic chemical manufacturing, we have inherited a virtually indestructible residue of toxins in the environment. Synthetic chemicals have seared into nature a seemingly immortal stamp. Whether they are pesticides or pharmaceutical drugs, what all of these synthetic chemicals set loose among us have in common is the identity of having been conceived by chemists and birthed in laboratories to be, quote, magic bullets, unquote. They were intended to either kill something, preserve something, clean something, or mask the symptoms of something. Now we must consider the prospect that some of these chemicals will survive longer than the species who created them. That is so crazy. Okay, so that is our myth and our myths and our disturbing trends for today. So hopefully that won't run your entire day. Let me get back here. I'm gonna read you some statistics from early in the 1900s, and then I'm gonna give you that good news I was promising. Because I'm gonna give you the disturbing news first, and then I'll give you the good news. So hang on for the good news. Okay, so the statistics from 1900. Cancer is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, responsible for only 3% of all deaths. By the end of the 20th century, cancer will be the cause of 20% of all deaths in the United States. So, more information on that whole cancer thing. Hold on. I have my notes spread everywhere. So let me just get to... Okay, so that was, 1900. Cancer is the 10th leading cause. Now it's 20% of all deaths. So 1,620 people a day die of cancer. 1 in 3 cases in the U.S. are directly linked to poor diet, physical inactivity, weight, or chemical exposure. The American Cancer Society says only 5 to 10% of all cancer cases are from gene defects. 5%. That means 95% of cancer cases are under our control, and it's all about what we're doing in our homes. So, there's cancer. Diabetes. Diabetes affects less than 0.1% of the U.S. population in 1900. Less than 0.1% of the U.S. population in 1900. By the end of the 20th century, almost 20% of U.S. citizens will contract type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Asthma and related immune system diseases are virtually non-existent in 1900. By the end of the 20th century, at least 150 million people worldwide will be afflicted. In 1900, breast cancer in women is very rare. By 1960, breast cancer will affect 1 in 20 women. By 2005, 1 in 3 women will develop breast cancer. So, and one more statistic. Where did it go? Oh, I'm going to have to find that again. There's one in here about endometriosis, which, it was 1920. Sorry, 1920. Okay, so prior to 1920, a total of 20 reports of endometriosis in women has been reported worldwide. People worldwide. That's not just in the United States. 20 reports. By the late 1990s, nearly 20% of all women of childbearing age in the United States are afflicted with endometriosis. So there's some statistics for you. So you're like, NeAnne, where's the good news? Okay, so the good news is that there is a way to get these chemicals out of your home. You have to start doing the research. All of the chemicals that they are putting in cleaning products, personal care products, makeup, everything, dishwashing soap, laundry soap, all of that, we have better choices now. And we can educate ourselves on those chemicals, and we can start making better choices for what we bring into our home. So let me give you some more. So the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health studied 2,983 ingredients in our products at home and found 884 toxic ingredients. 314 of them cause biological mutations. 218 cause reproductive problems. 778 were toxic to the human body. 146 they knew caused cancer tumors but were allowed in the United States, even though they were banned in other countries around the world. So many of these chemicals are allowed in common cleaning supplies in the United States and things that you have under your cabinet right now. So I implore you to go look under your cabinet and read the ingredients, read the warning labels. Does it say use in a well-ventilated place? Do not use around children. Do not get on your skin. Do not inhale. Do not get in your eyes. If swallowed, call poison control. If you get on your skin, call poison control. If it has any of those warnings on it, do you really want it in your home anyway? Do you want to use it around yourself and your children and your pets? I know I don't. I have definitely made a better choice about all of those things in my home. And here's why. Because 26 seconds after exposure, chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the human body. And the average woman applies 300 chemicals to her body a day, 80 of them before breakfast. And the top 10 most dangerous chemicals in our home are, the number 1 is air fresheners like plug-ins and candles. Second on the list is chemical cleaning supplies, beauty supplies and personal care products such as hairspray, gel, shampoo, deodorant, personal care. So all of those are listed on the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's top 10 killer household chemical study. So you can Google that list and see what all they listed. But super easy to get rid of the plug-ins and candles out of your home. Throw them in the trash. Super easy to do. You can just get rid of them right now. One of the most toxic things that we use in our home is laundry soap and fabric softener. You wash your clothes in it. It sits on your skin. It doesn't get rinsed out. It stays in your clothes and it sits on your skin. And then it outgasses in your closet all night long. And then when you're wearing the clothes, you're actually breathing the chemicals also. If you can smell what you washed your clothes in, you're breathing it. And not good for you. Shown to be very, very, very bad for you. So what do? This is what I did. I am an independent distributor with Young Living Essential Oils. I went to an oils class and I learned how to use essential oils around my home and how to support my health and wellness with the products that Young Living has. So not only does Young Living have essential oils, but we also have supplements. We also have laundry soap. We have dishwasher soap. We have dishwashing soap. All of my personal care products are now Young Living products. They're plant-based. I know that I don't have to be afraid to put them on my body. I use one cleaner in my home, and it's Young Living's Thieves Household Cleaner. I can mix it up as weak or as strong as I want, depending on what I'm cleaning, because it's a concentrated plant-based formula, and I can make 19 spray bottles out of one bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner. Cost me like $1.50 a bottle to clean my whole house. So I have made these changes in my home. I can use my diffuser with my essential oils, make my house smell amazing. And I'm not breathing in one chemical because I know that, I know and trust that Young Living essential oils are pure and have no chemicals in them, no preservatives, no nothing that I don't want. I can't say that about any other essential oil on the market, but I know that Young Living is clean and pure and natural and that I can trust it with my family. So what do you do for your family? Well, what I invite you to do is join my Young Living team, because I do have a team of people. We go around educating. I can educate you from nearby or I can educate you from far away. It doesn't matter where you live, because I can educate you on what to get out of your house and which Young Living products you can use. So it's super easy. I trust every product that I use with Young Living. I use it on my children. I use it on my pets. I use it on my husband. I use it on my floors. I use my products everywhere. So what I do is invite you to join my Young Living team, and I can educate you even more on the chemicals that you want to get out of your home. We have an entire line of supplements that support the body, and they're infused with essential oils, which is amazing. So it's super easy to get started. Super, super easy. You just go to youngliving.com. You click on Become a Member, and then it's going to ask you who introduced you to essential oils, and that would be moi, hopefully. If it is me, then in the sponsor and enroller slots, you just put my member number, which is 1416900, 1416900. And then you you get to choose which starter kit you want to get, because with the purchase of the starter kit, that gives you a lifetime wholesale membership with Young Living. You can log on to your account and order whatever you want. They will ship it directly to your house and you pay the wholesale price. Super easy. But my job is to educate you on which products you can replace in your home with Young Living products that are super natural, super clean, nothing bad in them that you won't want to use in or on your body or around your house. So click on Become a Member, and sponsor and enroller number would be 1416900. Then you choose your starter kit. We have an essential oil starter kit. It comes with 11 oils and a diffuser. This is the only product on our Young Living website that is half off. So to become a member, you choose your premium starter kit that is costing you half of what it should cost you, and that sets you up with your wholesale lifetime membership with Young Living. There's no yearly fee. You get to choose what you want to order, ship it directly to your home. So then you enter your personal information, your payment information, and bam, that product's going to be shipped to your house. Your information will be shared with me because now you're on my team, and then I can contact you and we can discuss what best is, what is the next step for your family to get that stuff out of your house, to start improving the health and get you started on your own healthy journey on the path to wellness. And I am here to support you and share information with reference material, with newsletters, Facebook groups, all kinds of stuff. That's my job with my home-based Young Living independent distributor business. So that is the good news. The good news is there's a one-stop shop to get everything chemical out of your house except for the food. We do have some food products, but we'll have to talk more about your fruits and vegetables and the choices you're making when you're in the grocery aisle. Most of the time when I go to the grocery store now, I'm only buying food because I get all of my personal care products, cleaning products, all of that kind of stuff through Young Living with my wholesale membership. And then I can shop for food when I go to the grocery store. And toilet paper. I have to buy toilet paper at the store because we can't go without that. So I pray that if you're interested or you're committed to getting chemicals out of your home, then just head on over to youngliving.com. Again, my member number, which you'll need for ordering your kit, is 1416900. Super easy to remember. But you are also welcome to email me at my email address, which is healthyjourney2016@gmail.com. So we had the bad news, then we had the good news, because there is a way for you to get rid of those chemicals in your home, and we're here to help you with that. So definitely let me know if you have questions. All right, well, thank you for joining today. We will be back Thursday with our next show, and I can't remember. I'll come up with something and we'll talk about it Thursday. But if you have questions, post them or email me, because that's what I'm here for. So I will talk to you soon. Have a blessed evening.